Assalamu alaikum. At the Indian Ocean Island Games, tayyar gotung almen geniste countdown ge during our program ka pura farata marhaba danawanga the countdown ge program tarun geniste undar ham paha kulinche Mifaharuves Indian Ocean Island Games ka wadukura huriha kuliwar kahala gotaka almen hama countdown show to ge tereng emodum mate be geniste adi egiturun mi mubarata gulum huri mi games a gulum huri eki ki farata ge interview to ge salmen countdown show to ge ebe geniste mubarata divi team no the divi contingent furuma hame countdown show ta almen geniste Muhammad Mani मेरे प्रोग्राम का उन्डा की का बैवेरिमनी बास्केटबॉल एसोसिएशन के फरात बास्केटबॉल टीम के और खास थे बरुंग इंस्टेंट कोच अदेगे तुरुंग सीनियर टीम के कोच देवे फुन सिंफरता वार बड़ा मोहब्बत कोच वेलकम टू आवर प्रोग्राम
थैंक यू फॉर हैविंग
IOIG के वाह कदक्कर IOIG की बास्केटबॉल टीम वार मुहिम मुबारत एक गोतुका कुलुंतेरिंग वार बड़ा बफा कुरे दिन हम अदेगे तुरुंग हम मी मुबारत की अड़वन में सरहदी लेवल ಗೆ ಹೆ ಮುಬಾರತ್ ಕ ಕಂಪೀಟ್ ಕುರಂ ಬಲಾರ ಸಲ್ಮೆನಲ್ಲಿ ಬೆವರ ರಂಗಳು ಮುಬಾರತ್ ಗುತು ಫಾಕನ ಈ ಬಾಸ್ಕೆಟ್ಬಾಲ್ ಯಾ ಆಮಗೊತೆಗ ಇಂಡಿವಿಜುವಲಿ ವೆಸ್ ಅದಿ ಏಗೆ ತುರುಮಿ ಎಕ್ವಿರಿಕಂ ಗೆ ಮಿಶ್ತ ವೆಸ್ವಾರ ಮದುಂ ಮಿ ಲಿಬೆನಿ ಎಂಕ ಮಿಕಾದ ಮುಬಾರತ್ ಕುಂ ಕುಳುಂತಿರಿನ ಮಿ ದಸ್ವಾದ ಇಚ್ಛಿತಕ ಅದಿ ಏಗೆ ತುರುಂ ವಾದ ಕುರ ಟೀಮ್ ತಗೆ ಲೆವೆಲ್ ಬಲಾರ ಫುದರ ಕತವ ಕೆಂತ ಫಾ ಕುರನ್ ಕೌ ಮಿ ಟೀಮ್ ಗೆ ತಯಾರಿ ತ ಎಮ್ಎಫ್ ಗೆ ತಯಾರಿ ತಕಿಂತ ಪನಿ ಫಾ ಕುರನ್
मैं अने दोस्त खाने पे जब प्रैक्टिस कर रहा था देन अने मैं हाथ कर पा कोल्ला ना मैं कोच कोड अलेक्जेंडर मैं ऐसा है तो बन दुनिया के फेमर अने कोच है मैं कोच के अने इरशादों के दशों और प्रैक्टिस कर रहा था वार दोस्त से देन अने मैं प्रैक्टिस था फैशन में कुरिंग अने कोच मीडिया मुबारक होगा ऐसा अने स्काउट को गए मैं खुद दिन ना गए अने वार बैर अने एनालिस्ट तक को गए मैं ऐसा भी आधे बने देन प्लस मैं टीम ने घूम गया हुरिया का मैं गैस एक देन मैं अलगुना मैं यार मैं बड़ो चैलेंज का आस में भी अने मैं वारुगत मैच तक नुकुले टीम तक अलगुना कोच सफार बड़ बेनु भी फौरिका में कि अने मैं रंगल ट्रेनिंग कैंप गोसे है रंगल मैच तक कुड़ेफा देन टीम ने गुंग ऐसा कोच के टारगेट के ए कोच ए बेनु बा एची कोच से नेरवेंग होती देन मैं बने मैं हाँ अने क्या करना 6 months तेरे का टीम एक कुलावा लूँगे ऐसे कोच के अने इरशादों के दशों ऐसे अने वारंग अब सूर्या को देंगे एक बॉन्ड वेगिंग एक को प्रैक्टिस करा
Then coach IOIG always have been it comes once in 4 years but this has been really a prime factor for our players to develop and also to play against a teams completely different level, completely different style of play and always NBA is looking forward for this tournament, especially not only NBA, all the other sports also looking forward to play in the Indian Ocean Island Games because it's different type of basketball what we see in the South Asian region. How do you see this opportunity for the basketball system?
Well, as we say to the players, it's a great opportunity. One to play for your nation and one every 4 years. I mean, it's not so often. So we really been striving that, just the importance of that opportunity to take pride in it and really be humbled by that opportunity and don't take it for granted. With that, we want to show that we're improving, that we are capable of competing. Obviously, there's not a lot of expectations due to past history, but we want to show that we're gaining ground.
हम कोच फाह कोरे बता मीडिया हर गंबार है तवन में सेमीफाइनल आ हमें वो तो फाइनल हमें का दातुरु करे फने इनस ग्रुप स्टेज का फुदेर का रंगल मैच तक के कुले फेबर रंगल यार में नतीजा गो तो बल्लार हम वारा रंगल वाद को पूरे मैच तंगे पूरी बाय टीम तक था फातु फारा को बोडो कम गए सम फुदेर का रंगल वाद पूरी टीम तंगे पूरी मिफहर निकुने रुकिन तो फाह कोला
कोच अबने मैं अलगुन में यार बड़ मी IOIG के टारगेट की मीडिया फार मी बेतो दिया भाई हाथर वार कुरिंग मैं दिया मुबारक तबरे मी मुबारक रंगल कुरवे तो असे मी बड़ टारगेट के माने के स्कोर डिफरेंस गिनेवे तो मी बड़ टारगेट के देन असो आगे तो बुनन्या अने कोच मी यार दिवेराज के बास्केटबॉल असो आगे तो बुनन्या बड़ो इंगिला पे मी गिनस्तेनी ए कुरिम मीडिया ओल्ड स्कूल दु कोला मी मॉडर्न बास्केट हुरिहा कुदिंग लोहल वदिंग कोच के असो आगे तो बुनन्या कोच कोड अलेक्जेंडर ए कोच के मी हुरिहा दो यूएस का मी बड़े प्रोफेशनल टीम्स तक आया को प्रोफेशनल मी हुना को ट्रेन को और कोच अभी कोच मिंकोला मिगनस्तिम फ्लेवर क्या सो हुरिहा कुदिंग से बला गन फ्लेवर ए म कोमे कुजे बस प्रैक्टिस कोमे दो आयस मी अन्ननी hama vara ek beenum vegen annani vara beenum vegen komme dukis echista ge dasko dalgon fa kolan coach ge training to coach training gendar abudus echen heduma kurin abudus player motivate ko difa den drill la ka sabadda kan coach vara algon fa kolan em asu player tiben asu vara motivate we fa abudus drill un an drill da eves kujago barbali kam no dakka hama vara rangala dia practice ta ka echen
Coach, it had been a couple of months since officially we have started practices, but you have been here with the team, selecting the players, scouting them, and doing all those stuff. How do you see the improvement during these months of the players till now?
I'm really impressed, and I appreciate the commitment. My expectation and standard from my history, just from my coaching and playing experience, was maybe a little bit different. A lot of expectations, but 6 a.m. practices, the guys showed up on time, 20 minutes early, all the guys, ready to compete. And the improvement is there. They're putting in the work, the discipline is there, and that's, I think, what's necessary in order to create the new standard that we're hoping to achieve.
IOIG हिसाबुं अर्मिंग हम बास्केटबॉल आगे मी हुरिहा आइला हुरिहा मेंबरुं सरबोड मसेके बुकुरेनो था इनिशियल मी फाइनल टारगेट एक गोतु कम्युति हम अल्टीमेट गोल लकी मी हारुका एक फाहम मोन साबा चैंपियनशिप तैयारों पदार साबा चैंपियनशिप तैयारों बलार मी टीम आए कीगा मिफाहरुगं बारातुगा दक्कारंगल कुरुमा आए कीगा अदि एगे तुरुं हम अदें इतुर ट्रेनिंग कैंप का कीगा फाइनल स्कोर दिउलान को साबा तैयारों कदत किन तो मी एमबीए के विष्णु हुरिम नो
go me haro ne plan ko foti IOG nimma fas hama practice ko fa anek avas me ane sabadum kurin Thailand training camp gossa etanun anek avas finals ko da nagagen ane me sabadam then coach ge philosophy ki abadu saged munyamu ane me ek game ko anek game ka improve a kudin nagagen ane da target ka deun em amne argon me Mifaharuves miss kodne ki irus ane kom ane hafta ko FR ebo scrimmage kom scrimmage kon ekujo amillan spot earn ko gem nagani
then coach when we look at the players we have a couple of players who are going to retire or in their last days of playing with the national team or last days of Maldivian basketball, but also we have very young talents who will be the future of basketball. How do you see this mix of the squad, mix of the talent?
Yeah. It's a really interesting dynamic, right? Out with the old, in with the new, some say, but it's one thing to create a standard that the players can look up to, the young players, and that's what we're doing with some of our senior players, Zila, Zach, I know Phil, one of our captains. These guys are setting great examples for the young players, and that's what we want to do. We want to set great examples and inspire these young guys to go beyond what we're doing and continue to grow. Grow basketball here in Maldives, and that's really important for the players, and I think they embrace that challenge. I know I embrace it and accept it, and really take it into heart when we're practicing every day. We know that we have a bigger picture and what we're really trying to achieve in the end.
मी हम वरबड़ा फाहा के अकुरे मी आम को गिने कुले बरता होगा मी सीनियर कुलुन तेरी गिने फादी जूनियर कुलुन तेरी माधवन होता मी मिक्स की बाय फाहर पुदेवर का बड़ा कॉन्फ्लिक्ट्स तक इंगन मिक्स कम फाहा कुरे में जिने सीनियर कुलुन तेरी गिने उमा के मी एक पुरतम हाय कोंग सीनियर कुलुन तेरी न चांस दी बेमन होता कोच प्रिफर कुरा एक तजुर्बा हुरिया कम कब्बा जूनियर कुलुन तेरी न कॉम्पा कुरा फुर्सत ले में वारा आम हम अबदु सीनियर कुलुन तेरी न चांस पुदेवर का बड़ो होंगे बोदे एनस बास्केट का पुदेवर का बड़ा मी ओन्ने हम हुरिहामेन equal opportunities तक दिबेगो तकिन तो टीम तेरेगा एकंत तफाहा गवनी सीनियर कुलुन तेरिना मी जूनियर कुलुन तेरिंगे कॉम्बिनेशन होता मैं मी कमिटमेंट पाइस किन तफाहा
असो कोच गोतुम यार कोच कोरे हेड कोच गोतुम असो अने चैलेंज कबानी टीम है कुलवाल असो आगे तबुन्या मे बी पास 6 months तेरेगा ekala player na ane coach na deteregas players na deteregas eves kala eves ane kameno fede mane ki eves ka creation we em ane arwan emane bond bar rangalu hai ase bond rangalu ase me coach ge irshad dasam me modern basket me mikolang ase me introduce ko dina me khudin ek interest waking as aun kane arwan himane me ekkujo kane kujja me bond me rangalu ek siraki ase
Coach, Maldivian basket, we have couple of young talents, not couple of young talents, a lot of young talents are there, and also there's YDB programs, there are academies, but due to the lack of facilities, we are not able to reach the heights what we want to achieve, especially the MB have great plans, strategic plans and everything. How do you see this the last 6 months you have been here, how do you see the passion of basketball in Maldives? How do you see these young talents?
I think it's forward thinking. I think with the growth mindset, the NBA, the ministry, everyone is committed to achieving what is needed for the youth. Obviously, like you said, there is limited facilities, but we have to try and work around that and think solution-based right now in the meantime. But I know that NBA and the ministry are working to build new facilities, and hopefully in time we'll have those facilities for the young players to develop even more.
Bani ahama basket ko fahakone fahakan as hasako coaching ge level badar fahakan as puderka mi rangalu coaching take not duru hisab takon coaching anna tam fene not top basketball age top level ge coaching take anna tam fene misalaka gaganda ka media thing hatar war kan harab badar agawmi team America ge tevana coach hawal mi Serbia ge coach ves scoring hawal vi puderka rangalu result ves nerun mi scoring arming ge local coach unna de ge turun sarahaddi gawmto ge coach benu kurum ge badu ge miharu visnu warabboda ehen dimendimala base of multi association කියන තොෆාකුණ හගීගතුක මේ හතර වරකන් අහරුගේ තෙරේගා දිවෙහි බාස්කට්බෝල් මේ විස්නු බදුලේ ෆාස් මේ තින් කෝචුන් අරුන් ෆාකුලන් මේ තින් කෝචුන්ගේ තෆ අවමායි කියනත මේ තින් කෝචුන්ගේ විස්නු මම හුරියකම කපා කිහාවර කලම බාස්කට්බෝල් ඒගේ ඉෆෙක්ට් කොෆිතෝ
අස ආර්ගේ පුන්න අරගොන ඉවනේ මේ දිවෙහි රාජ්‍යක අස බොඩ මේ ශෝක මෙදිවානේ height के प्रॉब्लम गेम एक मुझे साम IQ लेवल ला हो रहा है चाहे हम बेर में होने के समय पर हमें कन में डिफरेंस का मैंने नहीं हाइट डिफरेंस एक को ने मैं अरगन में कुरे में बुनी है मैं मॉडर्न बास्केट में मिकोला में तारफ को गें ए बेर में हूँ मिहार में कुरा करता हम दिव्य राज्य में कुरा आती है असो मिहार दिव्य राज्य गांव में टीम बास्केट गांव में टीम लेवल असो मिहार में आधे वन असो बारा मुहिम कमेंट करने के जमान तरक्की बावर का हम मैं कुड़ी बार बस टेक्नोलॉजी वे सम तफात अन्ना है हम में बास्केट में वर बार तफात तक में हम ए में फाहुगे ए मॉडर्न ए बास्केट एती ए वर मुहिम कमेंट करने कोम प्लेयर के सोरो एती मेती इंट्रोड्यूस को दिफा ए अस हकीकत की
then coach in the last couple of months you have been focusing mostly on first when you started trainings mostly on the physical fitness of the players. I think physical fitness is a key factor when we compete in a game or in a tournament or also in a friendly match. How do you see the physical condition of the players? Because in basket we don't see usually continuous tournaments or continuous tournaments for the senior players to play and keep their fitness level at the top level. How do you say that?
I think it's gotten a lot better. The endurance is there, the strength training is there. We had a strength training program. We continue with that. I think the thing is that players are fighting previous injuries, and we are trying to correct that, along with the development and building of fundamentals, the basics of basketball, along with the basics of weight training and endurance are all key aspects of what we've been doing. Over the last 6 months, we have seen that, and it's part of what our dynamic, right? We're trying to use our speed and our endurance to be more successful in games because we lack height, like Coach said. So there's just little things that we're trying to do to give us advantage.
बड़े हम मिफार स्कोर अब बाला है मतलब मिफार स्कोर सिलेक्शन आही साब स्पीकर का बड़े तिफाड़ क्यों तक दिमाग मालूम है हाथ को बास्केट को उले कुलून तेरी बाई कोचों के फरातों फिर का बड़ फाड़ क्यों मैं देख हम बड़ा मिफाह कुरे बनी फोर्थ डिविजन का मिहारती भी क्लब तक बाला टॉप 4 का मिउले हुरी हा क्लब वेस फुदेर का बड़ा एक गैप क्लोज विच काटने के गैप क्लोज में कि कुलून तेरी के लेवल वाला बड़ा हम हाईवे फो इतना मिफेंडन එහෙන් ගම ඒ කුළුන් තෙරින් වාකි කුළුන් තෙරින් තක ෆුරසත් නුදිවුමා ඒක කම බොඩ ගබු කුරෙන්නේ මේ ෆාඩ් කින්ත මේ කියන තෝ ෆාක් කරන්නේ coach ගේ selection criteria नु තම team select कुरुमुगा කොම්මෙ කොතෙ වෙසම assistant ගොසුගා බානි coach මේ හරිය කාතරේ කියන තෝ විස්නුන් තක මිහුරි පුදේර ක බොඩන් හම ෆාඩ් කින්ත ගම හස් වෙෆ හුරි මාලු නම් මිසල්
මේ අරගොන මේ ප්‍රැක්ටිස් තක අනගොන මේ ෆාෂා හමති ඩෙවලොප්මන්ට් ස්කොඩ් එක ගොතගා ෆොටම ප්‍රැක්ටිස් තම ෆේෂෝනේ national team development squad එක ගොතගා सीधा नेशनल टीम है क्या फकान स्कोट एक गोतो का फेशोने एक क्या करना का बुनिया में आशा विस्कुल तेरे ना को अलगों ने मुड़ी फुर्त में फेशी पाशा के अने कोच के में फिलोसफी के दर्शन आसब कोच के फिलोसफी है कि अने गेम में कुले फे गेम को में रंगलो मिहु मिनागनी हम देंगे न लेवल हम अनेकास गेम में कुले फे गेम हम में रंगलो कुदिंग सो अब तो समझ में शफल लेफे में ननी मेहर एम पुरतमदु बार कुलुन तेरी नगागे नाम सीधा माइंड सेट को गा मी ये बार कुलुन तेरी ने एने नो अलगोन कुरेगेंदे हम चैलेंज दीफा ए चैलेंजिंग हम रंगलो कुदिंग हम ए स्पॉट अर्न कोगेंग मिहार मी लेवल मिहार मी बास्केट को देवराज गवर्नमेंट बार कुलुन तेरी ने कि ए स्पॉट ए अर्न कोगेंग आसति बिकोदे एमा මිහාර කෝචුන් මේ පාඩුකුන්තක අලුගන ඔබුණන් ඒ කොම්ම කුජ්ජක සම චැලෙන්ජ් දීගෙන ඒ චැලෙන්ජ් ඇක්සෙප්ට් කොගේ ඒති earn කොගේ ඒති earn කුරෙවුන් කුදින්නේ අන්න 12 ගේ තිබි
Coach, when we see Indian Ocean Island Games, all the sports, not only basketball, especially in volleyball and also in football, we see a lot of French players or the players who are playing in Europe and different divisions of Europe and the height level, and especially that technically they are very good players. Especially in the basketball last year we seen the height difference is there, but technically also there are a lot of difference between Maldivian basketball team and especially teams like Reunion, Madagascar. All these teams, the difference is very high. How do you see the major differences of our team and European basketball playing style?
Yeah, I think just the evolution. Maybe they've got a jump start, right? So as we evolve, we're trying to get to that spot. They've just been a little bit forward in their process. So we may be behind them, but we're on the way. Obviously, they do have advantage with height, but again, it's something that we can combat, with our speed. But I'm interested to see how we compete. I'm excited. I'm excited for our players. I'm excited for the nation, Maldives, and just for that opportunity to see where we're really at, because there is a lot of talk about the distance. I'm excited to see where that is, because I haven't seen a Reunion in Madagascar or Seychelles play. Been looking for some stuff, but I know that in the past we had opportunity to compete. I think it was 12, 17 points against Mauritius. So we'll see. This is what this opportunity is. It's an opportunity to see where we're at.
Coach, how challenging was this to build a team, in your style and evaluate the team and, change the whole style of play of Maldivian basketball in this short period? How challenging was it?
It was difficult, but I think with commitment, which I've received, it's been a little bit easier process, because the players are wanting to work, right? They're wanting to learn and they're open to learning. We have an open mindset and guys are open to a new style. So it's been a lot easier process than I thought it would be.
Coaching Tafakar and Hayutka Mivaruge board challenge me Muling Ham a style Gotaka team selection of fish and training, including a physical condition. Uri had the Malakum is Muling Akantaka basketball at Tajibakuramijin, Kudina Tajibakuramijin. He have a challenge go to Hagatuga Fahakurani, team game and assistant coach had Divehi basketball a Kia board challenge.
As a Dive basketball, me has a Gana about Ingila make it. Then also me coach me philosophy ke dashon me training taka horiya weights training and basket training horiya che gendiam aso me ehen ki ke mane flavor me genasteni ehma komme kujja sat me ti badagane coach kurin bun hen hendun hijjar case bagger kurin eta kudin tiben excited to practice. They are excited to practice. Komme dukus me har mubarak karwa algona me har deira practices and hendun practice regan practice komme practice case algona bagger kurin hum huriha kudin hum score dekon hum hagen they are eager to learn new things.
Hama mi hisaba aru hama fudereka boda hindi madi malu sahi terikan dibena kanne ding mi wara boda mi association mi kurama seketta ka ki gen hama huriya kulun terin ka gotaka job ta full time basketballers rajyak me utene war madu kulun terin takem nolene ahenkam balar ki ha waraka mi ekedi madi malu me hi terika mai balunat kudin hi terikan hodu ma mi huriya kam ka balakin to ka kola
den kudin me practice sang annan arun hemane me office takun billum kanta bara furiya me intizam goto me basketball association kan intizam ko fote den ane just clash wa detin kudima role ane job ke goton kom job ke samatafa job ka baate enone hama huriha kam hama bara perfect ko medan de hama ane algon me ane coaches bara ben me coming e algon me ayojadyam kurime training ke medda ekam algon ane fursat no libun e so ane algon hemane bara bodo doste kan ekam quest algon hama bara challenging hama bara ki ke mane bara kom ku jago sama me spot on ko gen adone bara challenges ane me throughout the training.
Coach, when each and every time a team looks forward for games or a tournament, the coach always prefers to play some competitive matches, friendly matches before the games, to make sure that the loopholes in the team or the weakness of the teams are fixed and identified when we go into the final games of the tournament. for this tournament, unfortunately, we don't have any friendly matches or training camp. But after that, before Sabah, I think it's already fixed that basketball training team is going for trainings abroad. How do you see? Would it be difficult for you to analyze the team or perform well in the IOIG because of this?
Yeah, absolutely. It's a limitation, but we don't hinder on it. We move forward. We would like to have played regional talent, compete against some taller guys, and kind of get a better feel because we had only competed against ourselves within inter squad, and we scrimmaged some of the local guys, and unfortunately those competitions didn't really give us a good depiction of where we're at. So as a coaching staff, we have to really sit back and analyze the details about what we're doing and get technical to try and make sure that no matter who we play, our technicality, our details are there, both defensively and offensively. So with that, we are sound in principle, but we haven't had the opportunity to compete against the height. We're going to see the athleticism, the strength, and as much as we say it or show it, it's nothing like actually doing it. So again, we're looking forward to this opportunity, to kind of see where we're at and what we built to, and then obviously we're in the here and now, and I'm not so much thinking for Sabah, but really thinking for this opportunity with the IOGs and what's going to come from that, and then analyze it and make our adjustments from there.
Coach, all the national teams, when we trim the players for the national team or when we compete in international tournaments, what's most important is the fundamentals is the local tournaments. The level of local tournament, if the level of local tournaments or the players are good, we can produce a good national team and perform well in international tournaments. How do you see our local leagues or our local players or our local teams, the difference between the teams? How do you see the level of those teams?
I think it's improving. I came in December 2018 to watch the championship and study the players, get to learn the players. And from there, I can see that the association is forward thinking in the process of building coaches who are actually implementing the players and building fundamentals. I know Coach Supan is really big on that, building fundamentals within the players. And that's something that's very important, right? You have to have a base. And I remind the players, even at the NBA level, their fundamentals are worked on every day. You can't forget those things, and you can't skip steps in the process. If you skip steps, there'll be loopholes. So that's what we're trying to do, is fill the loopholes, make sure the steps are finished, and then we'll build up.
Coach, के वागत कब बाजार दें हाँ सकोर में ट्रेनिंग तक हम बाजार लिमिट्स दें हम पर बड़े फाह कुरे वारा मी कुदी details तक वारा focus कुरा coach गोतु का हम मी coach फाह कुरनी वरंग हम मी एम्मे basic कुलुंतेरिया के footwork अनुभाविस हम एरंगल कुरम इस वारा बड़े एरुशाद दे क्या तो बने फाह कुरानी मी हुरिहा गोतक बालार्स मी कोच के विष्णुमा आमेंगे मी बास्केटबॉल या मी कुरियरुं गेन्नम बालार किहा वरक हकीकतुगा मोहिमुख में गोतुगा तो नते एक्सटेंड गोतु किहा वरक कंतत के 10 विजितो मी कोच के मी विष्णुमा मी कंतत का बालार ट्रेनिंग तक बालार
अगर हे बने मी वर बोट तेते हैं तिपने मी असो ये तो बने कोच के हम डिटेल्स वर बोटा मासे के कुरा कोच एगो तो अरवन फाहा कोल्ला ना मी अरवन ट्रेनिंग तोगा coach ke ane ni philosophy doron coach ane training ta video kuran video ko fa ei masene mechen bs ane hame kan lepen alalam bs komme kame bs coach session sekkama video ko fa ane do asa hama purtama kama ko onane video analyze ko fa kujje ke mistakes kiya difa mistakes ta correct kuremene gotta kiya dan या वन ही मैंने अभी हेन में दिया जो बास्केटबॉल अने मैं भाया तो का मेरे को तो वीडियो एलन को गेम में यानी मैं क्या काम करेबुन है को मैं कुछ जगह हम वाकिंग मी है मैं जिला रंगल कुरम का मैं कि मी है फिरा रंगल कुरम में कि मी है मिन में रंगल कुरम में कि हम सीधा हम डिटेल्स हम कोच दे हम ये असो ये तो बनिया प्लेयर्स ना रंगल कुरम वारा बड़ो इच्छा का है भी मैं वारा पासे है भी एक खुदिन में से के रंगल कुरम मैं कहता
Coach, before ending the program, your message to our basketball family and also to the lovers of basketball.
I would just encourage you guys, stay committed. We're committed as a staff, we're committed as the players, but just continue to grow and love this game. Appreciate the game, give it, grow it, water it, make it grow. You put into it, and you'll get back. You know, what you put in is what you'll get back. And just have fun with it, enjoy this. It's a great opportunity.
Akban coach hama nimalu kuring arumeng ayoje tayyar ko bato de meron se
arugam mane aso wata ki me mubarak tayyar um kuring muhim kam ke preparation asu me preparation na kung asum rangalo echa me nereveni ema ane algonu ek meburam bodabes me algonu me prepare awang ane mi chance take libijiyamo komme tournament එක ගද්දාම සමහරවිට රංගන නතිජා නෙරවෙන හැම ඒ preparation algonu me ane libenje training camps taka urihache divijiyamo me komme kamages me kamyab liben ka pa kolla ema eti libeto algonu sab gadawan mas ekoren
बहुत शुक्रिया थैंक यू कोच
Thank you.
अदे हम आर्मिंग हम फाहा कोल्लम बेनोनी इंडियन ओशन आइलैंड गेम्स का आर्मिंग हम हुरिहा कुळिवर्तके वादकुरा हुरिहा कुळिवर्तके हम वरबोड फोकस एबकुरा हम हुरिहा कुळिवरेगे हम मुहिम मालूमात कोचुन्ना कुळुंतेरिना आदेगे दुरुं हम कुळिवरा गुळुं हुरि एकीके फरातक आकी गेनेस्ती मिओई आईओआईजी की alonmen hama media in tayyaru enota kulunterin team to tayyaru ma ekgota almenge divehi rayutunna kis mi ayoje warboda tayyaru ba ekgotuga hama alona pa kulumite emawlu mata almen program to ge zariya hissa kuram midani mubarak daira almenge varani kon team taketto kon athlete un taketto kon dimadi mata kun to almen mi medal takam mi ummid kurani kon khala natija takatto ummid kurani de rayutunna vesmikan egiye hisaba mawlu mata for ko dinu almenge amazuki uriya farataka sarbo shukriya assalamu alaikum